Have you ever wondered why some kids are absolutely obsessed with trains? My son's love for trains started before he could even say train, and it had me asking, what's the psychology behind this fascination? So I never thought I'd be someone who knows the names of Shinkansen, the bullet trains in Japan. Growing up there, trains were just transportation to me. I lived in Osaka, and it was just a useful but nothing to get excited about. But then came my son. By the time he was a year and a half old, he was glued to trains, like literally glued. He had like a Brio train track, and he would put his head down on the floor because we had the whole track on the floor, and he would be at an angle so he could look at the trains as he gently pushes those trains with his small little hands. So watching them, hearing them, waiting for them, it didn't matter what he was doing. If it was related to trains, he'd light up every time. And now even YouTube time in our house, I don't do it all the time, I do it when I need a breather, means Japanese trains passing through platforms. That's it. He'll just watch that for like 20 minutes and he'll be happy. I realized this love for trains wasn't just about entertainment. It was something deeper, almost something instinctual, because my partner also as a child apparently loved trains, and he still does to this day. Like he's saying once he does retire, he's gonna get this whole train set in his room. So that's how much he likes trains. And it got me thinking, what does this fascination say about kids who love trains at such a young age? Psychologists suggest that kids who love trains might be drawn to their predictability and structure. Trains have clear paths, consistent patterns, and are orderly, a world that feels safe and logical. And this so much reminds me of my partner and my son. This can be especially comforting for kids learning how to understand a world full of unknowns. For some children, particularly those who are neurodivergent, now that's a big word for me, but like those with autism, and trains can become a soothing focus. For some children, particularly those who are neurodivergent, now that's a big word for me, but like those with autism, trains can become a soothing focus. Trains' repetitive sounds and movements provide a sensory experience that's apparently calming and engaging. Painting my son watching trains is my way of capturing his joy, like curiosity in how something so simple sparks such deep emotions for him. This painting feels like a window into who he is now and maybe who he's becoming. As I reflect on my own childhood, I realize I also had deep passions that shaped me in ways I didn't quite realize at the time. Like when I was little, I loved playing with Barbie dolls in such an imaginative way. I remember vividly how I'd put them into this basket that I put on the balcony pole and swing them on the clothesline, creating entire stories for them in my head and speaking them out as if they were talking to each other. I talked between the dolls for hours, and my stepfather apparently worried maybe there was something wrong with me. But anyways, then there's a jar I got from my grand aunt back in the 1990s in Japan. It had a small piece of like a flesh that almost looked like a fish, which was a whale. Yes, it was a whale meat inside there. I'm sorry, but this was back in the 1990s. And when I opened it, it smelled so amazing. It was like a perfume smell, like very, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but the memory of that smell is still so vivid for me today. Maybe it was the fact that it just didn't look as pretty in the jar, but when you open it, it's just like a beautiful smell. Apparently, back in the old days, that's how Japanese made perfume. It was from whale flesh. And there was a Flintstone Walkman with headphones that I took outside with me to listen to music as I walked the streets of Kobe, Japan when I was around 10 years old. Those three things, my Barbie stories, the whale scented jar, and my love of music stayed with me all these years, and they say a lot about who I am today. I love imagining stories between people, what they might be thinking or feeling. I'm fascinated by the way people interact, and I love people watching, and I'm drawn to smells. And of course, I adore music. Like, music is a big part of my painting process. Like, I'll have one specific music throughout the whole painting, which can take 15 hours sometime. It'll be one music. My partner kind of thinks I'm crazy when I do this, but it's just the way I create my paintings. So, what did you love as a child? Was it something like trains, dolls, or maybe a special scent? I would like you to have this moment to think about those passions and how they might have shaped who you are today. Okay, let me know in the comments. I love to hear your story. Until next video, take care. Bye bye.